In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a stem and leaf plot when your data is more than 2 digits long. If your data is 2 digits, it's not difficult. The tens digit becomes the stem, the ones digit becomes the leaf, nothing really too complicated. In this case, I have numbers, car weights, that are 4 digits long. To make a 4-digit stem and leaf plot is a little complicated because remember, the leaves can only be 1 digit. The stems can be more, and so what we want to do is we want to look at our data and see how many of these numbers are actually important. In this case, if I made the stem 1, everything would be in the leaf of 1, so that really wouldn't be very helpful. If I were to use 2 digits, that's going to break it down a lot better. So 14, and then I could put a leaf over here. But the problem is I'm only allowed 1 leaf, so that's where the key comes in to be helpful. So what we do is we take our numbers and we round them 1, 4, 2, 0. We round them to the 10th place. So our next one would turn into 1, 7, 8, 0. I have now written down the rounded values for all of the numbers in my original list. At this point, I'm going to break them into the stems and leaves. If I look, my lowest number is 1220. So 12 is going to form my first stem. 13, 14, 15, 16, and if I look, I go all the way up to 1920, 17, 18, 19. Now I go through and I put in my leaves. It's best to go in order. I tend to make 2 stem and leaf plots, that way I don't have to worry about going in order too closely. I can just fill in the leaves and then go back and put them in order, or I can be very careful and try to put them in order as I go. If I try to put them in order as I go, the first one would be this 1220, so I would put a 2 in the leaf. Then my next 12 is 1260, and I have 2 of those, so I'll put 2 6s in, 1 for each of them. And then as I scan my data, I don't have any more 12s, so I move on to the 3s. I see 1340, 1360, 4, 6, and as I scan my data, I don't see any more 13s. I see a 1420, 2 1440s, so a 20, 2 40s, 1480, 1480, so 2 8s. Moving on, I have a 1510, so that's a 1. A 1560 would be a 6. I have a 1650, so I'll put a 5. 1710, 1730, 1780, and the only number I left is 1920, so I have a 2. There is nothing here with the 8s, that's fine. We still leave it, that way we show that it's there in terms of putting our stems in order, but we don't write anything over here. Next, we put in a key. The reason we put in a key allows people to put our numbers back together. So 12/2 is going to equal 1, 2, 2, 0. So that way, if people go to put our numbers back together, they can see that we have rounded to do this. As you look at my graph, you'll notice I put a title on it. All tables and graphs and charts should have a title. I have all of my numbers, and they are in order from smallest to biggest. Notice there are no commas. We do not put commas in the leaves. I have labeled the stem, I have labeled the leaf, I have put on a key. This would be a full credit stem and leaf plot.